Worldwide. And I want to welcome you to our broadcast today. And right off the bat, I'm going to make a couple announcements because Easter is coming up, right? And when we have our Easter service, which is going to be at the Leisure Center here in Palm Springs on Easter Sunday, one of the things that we're doing is we're having an Easter bonnet, Easter hat contest. So I want to kind of put this in early because I want you to be outrageous in your Easter hat, okay? And there's going to be a $50 cash prize for the most gorgeous Easter hat. And it's going to be a $50 cash prize for the most crazy Easter hat. And that will be on Easter Sunday. I'll talk to you a little bit more about our Easter events as we progress. But the voting is going to be by the audience. So, what you want to do on Easter Sunday at 10 is you want to get your friends to come and join you so they can vote for you. And now I want to bring Reverend Prince Fleet Easton.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Ministries Worldwide. As I say every Sunday, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Now let's all take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of our feet. Yes. And join me on our Gandhi chant. Please repeat after me. I offer you peace.
I offer you
peace. I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you love.
I offer you love.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
My wisdom flows from a higher source.
My wisdom flows from a higher source.
I salute that source in you.
That source in
you. Come, let us work together.
Come, let us work together.
Come, let us work together.
Come, let us work together. Come, let us work together.
Oh, yes. Breathe in that prana. Oh, beautiful. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on your journey of spirit. You are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Now's the time that we prepare ourselves for service. We quiet our bodies and we quiet our minds. Yes. In this very room, there's quite enough light for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk throughout every field. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. In this very room,
There's quite enough love for all of us, and in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us, and there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk throughout every field. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk throughout every field. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. Oh, yes. Is in this very room.
There's quite enough love, quite enough peace, and quite enough power right here in this very room. But oh, give me that one moment in time when I can be all that I can be.
Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, why then, in that one moment in time, I will be. Oh yes, we will be free. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. When you live each moment in time, let it shine. Give us one moment in time when we're all that we knew we could be. Oh, I live in that one moment in time. I will be. Oh yes, we will be free. Oh, yeah. We will be free.
Oh, yes, we will be free. Well, once again, hello, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Ministries Worldwide. I'm going to say it one more time. Wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths of God. Our mission is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. First of all, let me say that if you or someone you know is having a birthday, an anniversary, a celebration, know that we're sending our love out to you today. And we know that you are going to have the most amazing day of your life. Also, if you or someone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box and know that our ministry of prayer will pray over it for 30 days, because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. Now, I know every week we have new viewers, and some of you are probably wondering, well, what is Interfaith Ministries all about? Well, I'm going to tell you what our mission statement is and what we believe. We believe in God, the one power, presence, source, and substance of all that is, whose will for us is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe that God is within us and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our beliefs, desires, and thoughts. We believe there are many paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe in the law of life that states, we get back what we give out. And so it is. Well, here we are on a Sunday in April. Boy, the time is just going by. Well, you know, I'm going to state our affirmation, and right after it, please repeat it with me, because we love it when you can be part of our affirmations in our community. I am thankful and grateful for all my good. I am in harmony and balance with life. Please join me. I am thankful and full of gratefulness for all my good. I am in harmony and balance with life. And so it is. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Damien.
Thank you, Fleet. If we seem a little rustic today, I came in early this morning from Chicago, and Fleet came in from the award ceremony last night, where he got an award, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about it in a minute. But our founder, who made her transition, I always say a few weeks ago, it seems like it was just yesterday, Dr. Sharon Stroud received the award. It's Dr. Sharon's, for being selected for the most inspirational people of the World Award 2022. And the certificate of recognition, this is the Year of the Woman. And it is She Inspires Me Awards. So inspire is in the spirit. In spirit. People that inspire us to go higher, people that inspire us to be all that we can be. And Fleet, you got this award yesterday, last night, right?
Yes, I received my award. My award was for the International Ambassador Inspirational Award, and it was a wonderful evening in Long Beach. And they've asked me now, the creator, they've asked me to become the international representative for the organization. So they're going to be having events all over the world. So I'll be flying off. So I'll be in and out with Damien. We'll join you. Well, like we did before, we'll do a split screen wherever I am at, in Dubai or in England or whatever. It was a wonderful night, and I thank you all for presenting this award to me. It really means a lot, because I do have that as my motto in my life, is to move forward, you must give back, and empower, inspire, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. And that's how we live our lives.
And
Thank
so
you
it is.
so
So
much.
it is. Congratulations.
Thank you. And now Reverend Damien's going to do a beautiful meditation for us. Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a little meditation with our eyes open today. It's because if we close our eyes, we might actually be sleepwalking this morning. You know, you can do a walking meditation when we look around and we see all that the Creator has made for us. That everything is balanced. Everything is self-correcting. When we err, notice I didn't say make a mistake. When we err because of faulty thinking, because of our own ego mind, when we err and make things all about us rather than about all of us, all we have to do is go out and look at the trees, look at the beautiful window outside here, see the sky, see the skyline, and envision the hundreds of thousands of people that we're a part of. So let's take a little breath. Yes, that's my brain rattling. That's the monkey mind that is jumbled up. And it's through meditation at this time that we allow the monkey mind to dissipate in our God consciousness, our Christ consciousness, to fill us with love. And so it is, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Reverend Damien. You know, our talk today is on the power of words. And I thought, what a great song this would be. The Bee Gees song. And I rewrote the lyrics to make it very apropos for today.
Smile, an everlasting smile. A smile can bring you near to me. Don't ever let me find you down, 'cause that would bring a tear to me. This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, right here. Right now, there's no other time, and I can show you how. It's in the words, and words are what we have to change reality. Talk in everlasting words and speak your truth for all to hear. It will change the way you see the world, and it will be clear. You think I don't mean a single word that I say? It's in the words, and words are what we have to change reality. It's in the words, and words are what we have to change our reality. La 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 la. This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, right here. Right now, there's no other time, and I can show you how. My friend, it's in the words, and words are what we have to change reality. It's in our words, and words are what we have to change reality. It's in our words, and words are what we have to change our reality.
And isn't that the truth? Our words we speak can change our reality from negative to positive with just a word or a thought. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Damien. Thank you.
Thank you, Fleet. So before I get into my talk today, I'm going to weigh in on something. I'm sure that, like millions of people around the world, that a lot of you watched the Oscars this last Sunday. And I want to talk about that one exciting moment, that one fabulous moment between two people, two icons. You know the moment I'm talking about. The moment that the iconic Liza Minnelli was wheeled out in her wheelchair because she's frail and having difficulties in health challenges. The moment that the other icon, Lady Gaga, standing right there beside her. And did you hear what Lady Gaga said? This is what she said to Liza. I've got you. And Liza said, I know you do. That moment was heard around the world. And that moment of kindness, that moment of mindfulness, that moment of compassion, that moment of positivity was overshadowed by another instance that people have given a lot of power and a lot of verbiage to. Words have power. You know, little Susie, she went to school one day and she had a substitute teacher. And the substitute teacher, she said, class, I'm teaching science right now, and I'd like you to tell me what you think of the world. What is the world made out of? So little Susie raised her hand. The teacher said, Susie? And Susie said, it's made out of smoke. And the teacher laughed and she said, Susie, why do you think it's made out of smoke? She said, well, because God spoke it into existence. It's made out of smoke. Now, whether you believe in the creation theory of gases and a lot of different things coming together to create the world and the universe, or whether you believe Grandpa on a cloud, that's irrelevant. The spoke, the energy, the creative energy that is in our mouth. Proverbs 18:21 says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. Now, Ecclesiastes, some of you don't even know what that is, but Ecclesiastes 10 says, the words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. Do you know, at Christmas time, I've often said this, the smallest gift in all the world is a man wrapped up in himself. How often do we see thoughts equal words, words equal action, action equals destiny or character. When we speak with mindfulness. It's the way that we solidify the peace and the compassion in our character. Not only do our words matter, but the tone in which we use that tone, energetic tone, that attitudinal muscle. There are certain rules, guidelines that should guide our communications with others. Always speak the truth. Avoid exaggerations. Be consistent what you are saying. And don't use double standards in addressing people. Don't use your words to manipulate others. And most importantly, do not use words to insult or belittle anyone. Do you know, it's interesting, words. The words of a judge or a jury, they have the power to take your life away. Physical death can be the result of words, or words spoken in a rage or in anger. Emotional, what people say has a real impact on other people's hearts. Dr. Stephen Scroggins, who's a friend of mine, is going to be with us. He's one of my vocal guests on Easter. I'm introducing him to you because at one point I want to have him back as a featured speaker. And I heard him a few weeks ago at a African American Black gathering. And his talk was, Black is beautiful. And I believed them. From a child, he was told, Black is beautiful. And I believed them. And this man has done wonders in his life because Black is beautiful. The creative word, and I believed them. My wonderful dear friend, Ricky Kleeman, who's CBS News commentator in New York, and her book that she writes that her parents called her Miss Remarkable. Is it any wonder that Ricky is one of the most remarkable women in the world? Is it any wonder that she was one of the top female attorneys in the city of Boston? Is it any wonder that she's been a top-rated actress and guest on many shows? Is it any wonder of the fabulousness of her? She did not know anything different than being remarkable. Words, life and death are in the power of the tongue. Deepak Chopra said that words can either make you or they can break you. One of the most influential books in my life was the book that is by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it is a book that is called The Four Agreements. And in that book has as its first agreements, be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using words against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your words in the direction of love and in truth. Don Miguel Ruiz says it this way: everything we do is based on agreements we have made. Agreements with ourselves, with other people, with God, with life. But the most important agreements are the ones we make with ourselves. I often say this: the biggest lies are the ones that we tell ourselves. And these agreements, we tell ourselves who we are, how to behave, what is possible, and what is impossible. One single agreement doesn't that the many agreements that we put on top of each other, they come from a place of fear. They deplete our energy and they diminish our self-worth. Again, the biggest lies are the ones that we tell ourselves. Words There's no such thing as an idle word. Words are energy. Thoughts are cars on the freight train. Words is the engine that makes those thoughts happen. Every word that you speak has a life of its own. Once a word is spoken, it takes on a life of its own. You say, oh my God, what happens when I say something that I don't want to be true? I always say, don't say anything you don't want to be true for yourself. What I do, I only speak for me. When I say something and I catch myself in the moment, be in the moment, I stop and I say, delete, 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 delete. Oh, yes, I've been in the supermarket and the line and something's flowing out. And I've stopped and I say, delete, 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 delete. I don't want that going out into the universe as an energy. I want my words to be sweet. I want my words to be gracious. You know, I end all my talks with the saying that kindness is a language that the deaf can hear, and kindness is a language the blind can see. A wise man, as I read earlier, speaks graciousness, but a fool gets caught up, gets hung up, gets destroyed by his own verbiage, his own words. When you love somebody, you're not going to berate them. Love does not do that. I don't care what you call it. Love doesn't act unseemly. So you may tell your spouse or partner, whoever it is, that, well, I love you. Well, if your actions don't back it up, guess what? Then you're just flopping your gums. When you love somebody, you are there to undergird them. You are there to help them reach the mountaintop. You are there to bring out the best in them. And you say, that's unrealistic. No, it's not. No, it absolutely is not. I've told this story several times about when my former business manager took everything from me. I ended up homeless and on the street. And I ended up going to her house and doing a gift for her to bring closure to where I was at, and the resentment and the unforgiveness and the turmoil I was experiencing. I needed it to stop. Went to her house, and as sure as I'm standing here in my stocking feet right now, there is what A Course in Miracles calls the holy instant. And in that holy instant, when you look at somebody and all you see is love. technical difficulties. But I'll tell you what, since we've started doing a lot of this, let's use this as a teaching. Can we do that? Things happen in life. People say things to you. The live stream gets cut out. Somebody cuts you off. It isn't what happens to you. It is how you respond to what happens to you. Now, this fellowship, I call it a fellowship because I don't really consider us a church as such. Because of religious experiences, I'm trying to kind of push that aside there. And we're a fellowship that's based on love. And in that fellowship based on love, you can have a difference of opinion. You can have a different way of worshiping a God of your understanding. You can have a way of not having a God of your understanding. Whatever the spiritual practice is, all spiritual practices say that love is what the answer is. And I've said this many times. When you go up the mountaintop, there might be many ways to get there, but the view is the same. So when I look at you and that holy instant, you thought I was going to forget about that, didn't you? That holy instant is that when I look at you, all I see is God. And when you look at me, all you see is God. That love covers a multitude of differences. That love covers a multitude of racial diversity. That love covers a multitude of things that we don't understand. Don't mistake loving for weakness. When I love you, as I mentioned earlier, that we speak the truth, but it's how you do it. We avoid exaggerations. When we come from a place of love, we're consistent. Have you met some people sometimes and they're not consistent? You say, well, I can't believe a thing they're saying because they say one thing and then they act another, do whatever. Can I tell you something? If somebody's lying to you about one thing, lying is habitual and lying is an energy. And there are other things that they're lying about. They're lying to themselves and to you. Don't use a double standard in addressing people. Oh my goodness, I could go on this for another half an hour, but I'm not going to. But religious people have a tendency to have a standard when they're addressing people, a standard of a little piety. You know, it's us four, no more. And then on Monday, after the Sunday's over, then what they're really about is what the real truth is. People use their words to manipulate. I'm using what I'm saying today because I'm passionate about it. People who are around me know that I endeavor to keep my words. I've told many times that I pray 5 times a day and I do the same prayer. I stop at different times and it's create in me a clean heart, renew a right spirit within me. That the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart and my thought process, that the meditation be acceptable. Let it be kindness. Let it be graciousness. You, as we're in this season of Lent, I don't give up things for 40 days. I give for 40 days during the Lent season. This Lent season, we're doing Dr. Sharon's Shoes of Love. It's what we called it in honor of Dr. Sharon. When you come to see us on Easter, bring a pair of shoes that are still good, that somebody who doesn't have shoes could use. It's going to go to homeless shelters and to people that don't have it as good as we do. I know what it's like to wear shoes that had holes in them. And as a young child, I would cut out beer boxes and put it in the bottom of my shoes so that the water wouldn't get in the holes. And I wasn't homeless that time. I lived in the back room of a bar, but that's a whole different story. So it's love in action. Your words are to lift. Your words as we lift one another. And so it is, my friends, and so it is. Let the words.
Thank you so much, Reverend Damien. We know it's all about love. And love can build a bridge.
I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bit of bread I had to eat. I would swim back to save you in an ocean of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart could understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. You know love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything. Keep believing in the power. Love can build a bridge. Oh yes, between your heart and mine. You know love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Oh, love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. You know love can build a bridge. Oh, don't you think it's time? this time. Love can build a bridge.
Oh, love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Well, Reverend Damien, come on up and join me.
So, Fleet,
Yes,
you know how I am.
I know how you are.
So, we're ending this way. Love can build a bridge. Doesn't matter who's right, doesn't matter who's wrong. There's a bridge. And love is that bridge that crosses any ideology, any misunderstanding. So often when somebody does something we perceive to us, right? Our ego, oh, they hurt my feelings. And we want them to apologize. Or, well, if they would have only, no. When we come from that place of loving, it does not matter. It simply does not matter, period. And this is a powerful teaching this morning, even in my own self. Today, as we're closing this, right in this moment, this holy instant moment, let a name come to your mind. And that person is who Spirit is telling you to build a bridge with right now. Do not put it off. Build that bridge. You don't have to do long, whatever. You just call and say, you know, I was thinking about you, and I want to just let you know that I love you, and that's all I have to say to you. And let that energy of love do the healing.
Well, I also want to say, if you have found great value in this today, our dear friend Julian Hernandez, he'll be posting right below a link that you can send your gratitude, whether it's PayPal or you'd love to send something through the mail. We have a P.O. box. And as I always say, your support keeps our doors open and keeps our ministry alive, because we want to bring our message to you, because we know there is a healing message in there.
And it's tax deductible.
What more could you want? Well, now we're going to close our wonderful service for today with It's in Every One of Us. And if you know the song, sing along with us.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, you and I. It's in every one of us, you and I. Yes, it's in every one of us. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful, blessed week. See you next week right here. Take care.